So I'm going to talk about the Australian wildfires that were happening earlier, and some are still happening. My purpose is to inform people on the tragic wildfires that has affected the Australian community, and also want to inform people on all the animals that died and lost their homes towards the fires. I want to talk about the community, I want to talk about the animals, and I want to talk about how to prevent this to happening. Australia bushfires has had a dramatic impact on the community, and they are still dealing with a few fires today. Since September, at least 27 million acres of land has burned down. To put this in our perspective, that is around 21,309 Central Parks put together. And if you don't know how Central Park is, one of the biggest in the parks in the U.S. You should care about these wildfires because they are destroying animals' habitats, and the U.S. has sent some of our own firefighters to help out. I am very interested in this topic because I love everything about wildlife. I consider myself an outdoor person, and it really stinks looking at the news and just seeing all this happening. In my speech, I'll be talking about the climate change. I'll be talking about how much the Australian community is dealing with and the effects of it. Like I said before, 27 million acres have been burned in Australia. This has been recorded as one of the most worst fire seasons ever. In 2018, in California, we had a terrible wildfire ourselves. But this wildfire has burned 14 times the area than the wildfire in California. The fire started in various ways. The fires were started by lightning, a few, and some human actions, including arson. Before these fires, Australia was already having one of their hottest and driest years recorded. This has had a huge impact on climate change. On January 4th of 2020, Sydney, Australia recorded its highest temperature ever. On that same day, Australia's capital, Canberra, also recorded its highest temperature. All Australia has been having many heat waves, and they continue to hit Australia. In December, the smoke was so heavy in Sydney that the air quality was measured 11 times higher than the hazardous level. These wildfires are also producing a lot of carbon dioxide, which has been affected the climate. These fires have produced 400 megatons of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. So I got some pictures right here. I just want to show. Let's see here. So this is one of the most famous pictures of the wildfires right here. So this picture actually went viral and really shown the concerns, what's going on in Australia. This is a little blurry, but this is the areas where the fires were. It's a little blurry, but that's like when it at its prime, but some of these fires have went down. The most one went down. Where was I? The community has taken a huge hit. Firefighters have been working nonstop to control these fires. Like I said before, the U.S. has sent them some of our firefighters to Australia to help out. I believe we sent around at least 150 firefighters to help out. Many of Australian firefighters are volunteers. All the states in Australia have been taking a lot of damage. There are at least 140 fires still burning in North South Wales alone. According to Prime Minister Scott Morris, he said that volunteer firefighters in New South Wales who worked more than 10 days will be paid $6,000. These firefighters are putting their lives on the line. These fires are spreading fast because it has been extremely windy in Australia, causing these fires to spread fast. These fires are making the firefighters' jobs even more dangerous. A firefighter was killed in December after his truck rolled over in high winds. Since these fires started, there has been a total of at least 26 people dead, and possibly more. These fires are also destroying homes. At least 2,000 homes were destroyed. Many people are losing their homes. There are also a lot of cities and towns that are making people evacuate because fires are moving in. Victoria has had many people evacuate out of these areas to safety. So many people lives have been affected by these fires. Like I said before, some of these wildfires were started by arsonists. So far, there has been 24 people been charged with deliberating setting bush fires, according to the South Wales police. I got a picture of the firefighters and doing their job, trying to take down the fire. Back. So, animals have also been affected by these fires. These fires are destroying their habitats where they live, their food source. These fires are also destroying their lives, just basically. There are around 244 species of mammals that you can only find in Australia. With this said, these fires are hurting yet killing some of these animals and species. At least 1 billion animals have been killed by these fires, including thousands of koalas and other species like kangaroos and wallabies. Koalas are now endangered. 30% of koalas have been killed by these fires. To give you a rough estimate on that is around 8,000 koalas. Australia has always had some endangered species, and this is causing them to be more endangered. And then here's a picture of a koala injured. Pretty sad. Koalas over the years have been facing a lot of problems and now are on a threat of extinction. In the 1920s, hundreds of thousands of koalas were shot and killed for their fur, and now koalas are losing their homes due to all these fires. The koala is known as one of the most iconic animals, and it is very important to save them. Kangaroos are also... Got a picture of kangaroos. There it is. There's a place called Kangaroo Island, which is a small island south of mainland. And I'm not kidding when it's called Kangaroo Island. I had to search it up myself. But anyways, this island is known to many species, especially kangaroos. And this island has been having fires, which has affected the kangaroo population there. Another one, I got wallabies. I got a video to show you later. Wallabies are also losing their home and food resources. There was even some wild service people that got together and they made an operation. It was called, to help the wallabies, it was called Operation Rocky Wallabies. And this operation was, they drove over the wallabies' habitats that were burned down, and they dropped over 2,000 tons of carrots to feed these wallabies that lost their, houses and like their home and their food sources. So they dropped 2,000 tons of carrots for the wallabies. And got a cool video to show you. It loads.
When I first saw this product, I thought it looked kind of crazy. Didn't really understand what the benefits would be, but I had seen...
So yeah, that's pretty cool. In conclusion, Australia needs our help at this time. They are going through some things we cannot even imagine. The main point is that these fires are affecting the climate of Australia, the community, and it's bad for people's health there, and it's affecting the animals, community and food sources. Overall, I wanted to speak to all of you to inform you all on their struggles Australia is facing. I want to inform you on all the lives that are being affected by this. I want to inform you on the wildlife effect, especially the koalas who are in danger now. So that's a pretty big deal, and I just wanted to tell you guys, respect our wildlife. That's it.